Hello everyone, my name is rirozizo. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna teach you how to say no to task managers on Android. We're all used to check our RAM usage on our computers whenever we feel it's a bit slow. And most of us use Windows when on a computer. Call them noobs, but that's the most used operating system when it comes to desktops and laptops. In Windows' point of view, less RAM is better. It means you can open up more programs easily and let them take their share of free RAM. If that program has been closed, Windows will free up that used RAM for another program to use. When you check your RAM usage under normal situations, you'll see that you have a lot of free RAM, which is, for Windows, good. In Linux, which is a completely different operating system, RAM management is a bit different. Not a bit, but completely the opposite. In Linux's point of view, more used RAM is better. It learns your behavior and puts part of the programs you usually open up in the RAM, so that when you open up those programs, they're already launched and ready to be used. When you close that program, it will remain in your RAM until your RAM is filled up. So when you check Linux's RAM usage, you'll see that the amount of free RAM is so little, which is for Linux good. Android is Linux based. Android pre-opens your frequently used apps and puts them in RAM. When you open them up, they just pop up on the screen and are ready to use. Then when you hit home, they do not close, they just hide themselves and sit in your RAM. Unlike standard computers, RAM on mobile devices use the same amount of electricity whether they're empty or full. Whereas on computers, they use as much power as they are filled. So don't worry about your RAM consuming a lot of battery juice. It's the same. Android has a built-in task manager that correctly manages its RAM usage on its own. Those unused apps that reside in your RAM are not using any CPU power unless you told them to, like a downloader or a video converter, or basically anything that works in the background. It is a bad thing to constantly swipe them out from your overview screen. It is a bad thing to use apps that kill them constantly, and it is the absolute worst thing possible to keep force closing them from settings. Here's a test. Let me open up WhatsApp 3 times in a row, and it just opens up really quickly and is ready to be used because it's already in my RAM, just waiting for me to launch it again. I go to the overview screen and swipe it away. Now a part of my app is removed from my RAM, but there's still part of it inside my RAM because I didn't completely kill it. I just stopped it. I open it up and it opens up a bit slower than before, but still quite well. I then go to its settings and force close it. Now the app is completely out of my RAM. There's nothing in there that relates to that app. I open it up and it takes about 3 seconds to show my chats, and even after that it's quite laggy. That's because Android is now opening your app from your storage through your CPU into the RAM completely from scratch, which will use a lot of CPU power, thus drain a lot of battery juice. Battery savers do the same thing as swiping away apps or even force closing them. They also lie to you and make you think that your device is slow and laggy because your RAM is filled. That is not true at all. If you really want to see your actual RAM usage and how it is being used, check out RAM Truth in the Play Store. Link in the description down below. It shows you how your RAM capacity is being properly handled by Android itself on its own. So uninstall those battery savers, stop swiping away apps, and don't think you're smarter than a machine, because you're not. Well, at least in that area. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button down below for more content like this. Also like the video if you did, share it so more people would know about this, and comment on the video if you want me to talk about anything else. This was rirozizo on how to say no to task managers on Android, and I'll see you soon.